Welcome back. We'll continue where we stopped last time. So we'll open our IDE. All right. So the last time we managed to connect to the database. We managed to execute one query. So now we want to start looking at the data, if at all we looking at the results and what we do with the results from the database. So the first thing that we are going to do is we're going to say raw, okay, equals. So from this cursor, what we want to do now, because we said this is what we use for all our executions, we want to fetch. Okay, so there are several fetch mechanisms. So there's fetch one, there's fetch many, and so on and so forth. So what we are saying is that from this query that has been executed, we want to fetch one. Okay, we want to fetch one row. Okay, so now we start looking at that row. So we are saying if not row. So what this means is that if this query does not return anything, so if we put in an app code in the app code user box, input box, and we do search, if nothing returns, okay, then this is going to be true. If not raw, then we want something to happen. So if not raw, what do we want to do? We want to display a message box. So I'm going to say ANS. This is a now these are message boxes where you need to give feedback. Message box. So now we are going to use so like I said earlier, there are several types of message boxes. There are those I think we've already used an info message box, show info. Now we are going to ask ask yes, no, sorry, yes, no, type of dialog box in the type of message box. So this one will give us two options, a yes or a no. There are even others that include cancel and so on and so forth. So we need to, as usual, a message box will have a heading. Okay, let's say search. All right, and then the message. So what we are going to say is that we're going to say details of. All right. So what we are trying to do is we are trying to say, all right, since we are looking for this app code, so it means that we are talking about details related to this app code. So when you do this, it's like you are concatenating. So I've said details of space this app code. You can also use a plus like that, and you can say do not exist. Okay, do you want to add them? Okay, okay, so what do we do? So if the answer, okay, is true, if the answer equals true, in other words, we've chosen yes, then we need to do something. So if it is true, then what do we need to do? We need to, there are several things that we can do. So if it is true, then I want us to go immediately to app name appnom.text, okay, focus set. So what this one will do is that let's just run and see here so that I explain properly. All right, so there's an issue there. If all right, what's the issue? Okay, we needed a bracket there. All right, so let's run it again. So what we are saying is that if we type in something here, let's say WhatsApp, okay, and we search, and the search doesn't bring any result, we must immediately set focus onto the next one, onto the next, so that this becomes our app code, and then we can type details of that app code. So that's what we are trying to achieve by setting focus into there. There are a lot of other things that we'll do for now, but let's I think we'll come back here. But for now, let us just now see what happens if a record exists. So under this if statement, we are saying else to that statement, else, in other words, we've retrieved information from, so that query has given us a result. If that is the case, so we are saying else we've got a result, what must we do? What we want to do is we want to say, all right, app name dot text. So what we want to do is we want to insert in this in the app name text, we want to get the contents of the database. We want to get the contents of the database associated with this field. In other words, this field name. So you say insert 0, comma. Now, the way this data will come, it will come in such a way that this, okay, this row is going to, so this one will be on index 0, index 1, index 2, index 3, index 4, and so on and so forth. So what we want to do is we want row on index 1, okay, to be inserted in that field here. Let us just run this and see if what we are saying is true. So you remember, let's just go and check our database quickly and see what we have in the database. Just to refresh our minds. All right, so in the database we have, let's go and do, all right, if we execute that, so in the database we have QQ and we have Snapchat. So let us just put in here QQ and we search. So you see it has found QQ and then it has brought it here. All right, so let us just do the same for, so the goodness with these things is that once you've done one correctly, so now let us go and do app users. Okay, app users. Okay, now that one will come from 2. So let us execute that. Okay, let us use Snapchat. Snapchat. If we search, all right, you see it's got 250. So it starts bringing, and this is what we desire for our program. So let us just continue to do this, and then so we're now going to check for, because we've done those texts. Now the next is going to be the radio button, and then the check boxes, and so on and so forth. So we're going to say for the check boxes, if row 3 equals, so what we want to do is we want to go and let's quickly look at the options that we have for, all right, I'll just copy this quickly. I don't want to do a lot of all right, so if that one equals that, then what we want to do, okay, we want, okay, we'll put that one there, we want to set the core mode. Okay, so in other words, we want this variable, okay, because that's the one that is going to be used. We want to set that one dot set, okay, we want to set it to that. We want to set it to that, okay. And then what else do we want to do? Okay, let's just do all right. So what we are trying to do is okay, maybe I should have copied all right, let's go back and fetch where is this coming from. All right, I'll need this copied again, so let's bring it here again. All right, so what we are saying is that if it is that, then we want to display it again exactly where it is. All right, and then we say elif this, okay, copy, okay, elif if it's that, then we want this, copy, set to that, and then we get that one displayed again in its current position. Or else, I think because that is the last one, we have to say elif. We can say elif if we want, but it's not. We could have just done. All right, elif. It's not necessary, but let's okay, elif. Now we are doing voice only. So elif, it goes to that. It goes to that, and then okay, just want to see if I'd all right. So with this, I'm hoping that if we run it now, if we say QQ, all right, it still didn't pick so voice and okay, let's just go and see in the database how is it. Okay, it says video and voice. Let's just make sure that it's exactly how. Control C. That is correct, but why is it not giving us what we want? Okay, so that is row 3. Right, what is the issue? What is the issue? What is the issue? Alright, if that is that, if that is that. Alright, let's save that one. Okay, what we needed to do, let's quickly check. Okay, so here we've set it to 0, so that should be fine. Snapchat, okay, search. All right, still not let's just check what could be causing this. So we are saying let us just see that indeed we are bringing something. Okay, let's see. All right, let's just do print. We just want to, let's see what this one will give us. I just want to see why it's not do we need to set it to a variable, but we've got this variable here. All right, I think one of the things that we we have to, okay, let's just quickly do, let's set it as a global variable. The issue could be, let's set it as a global variable. That could be the issue. Let's just see. I'm going to say variable, let's say global variables. All right, this one we say string var. All right, so sometimes it could just be as simple as that, failure to all right, for now let's this, okay. Oof. So core mode has been declared. All right, let's quickly do this. We'll revisit that one shortly. It's not an issue at all. So at the moment we can't display it, but we'll revisit it soon. Let's go to the next set of I think that would be a good exercise to do debugging. So we are saying if row, okay, so now it's 4. All right, so this was 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, then 4. All right, now we are starting to do 4. Okay, so we are saying if 4, all right, equals, we're now testing if that one is 1, which is so business to consumer. All right, in other words, if that one is a 1, and in other words, in the previous, when we were doing the input, we had ticked it, in other words, set to 1. Then we are going to say that one dot set, then we set it to 1. Once we do that, then we reassign it to the check button. So let's just quickly go and get the syntax that we had used for check buttons. So we're just going to get all of that. Okay, all right, so we'll do, okay, that one we don't need. Okay, let's see if this one will work, and then sorry about that, let's see. All right, so if we run this, okay, let's put qq, qq search. All right, so we've got an error. It's complaining that it's not been defined, business to consumer. What is going on? All right, let's business to consumer has not been business to consumer. So this was created here. Let's just do, all right, this is interesting. Why would it, all right, there isn't anything wrong, but what I'm going to do, let's just do this quickly, and then we'll quickly come back and fix this. It's not a problem at all. Let's see. So this is 5, and business to business. We'll see what's going on. So that one is dot set to 1. And this one is 6. We'll find the issue. It's not a problem at all. Let's just finish writing, so that sometimes you see in programming the errors are very subtle. You could just be passing over it, and then without real right. Okay, so I think I can already see what the issue is already from. All right, we'll see it. Now. Okay, so these variables, I see they could be. All right, we are setting that one to. All right, let's. All right, that's good, but it's not correct. That's fine. What we are going to do is in the next session we'll fix. So we'll need to pull these core types onto the graphical user interface, and we need to pull those onto the graphical user interface.